to bring you through how to create ClickFunnels landing pages specifically for lead generation. These landing pages, they can be either hosted on your website through a ClickFunnels plugin if you have WordPress, or they can be set up on separate URLs, which we typically recommend. But nonetheless, I'll show you how to design the landing page. So first things first, you need a template to start with, right? You need something to edit. I never recommend you building, a lead generation landing page from complete scratch. So first things first, you need a template that's already been proven and tested. If you want us to give you our template, then just go to smbteam.com, submit your information, and we'd love to help you out with that so that you can edit your own pages. But let's say that you have a landing page template. I'm going to show you exactly how we would duplicate the template and change it for a different company. So this campaign example that we're building is a bankruptcy lawyer Google Ads campaign. So first things first, we find a landing page that we think is going to have a similar color scheme and or similar messaging as the campaign we're about to build. So this is another lawyer that we work with who has a landing page that has a red logo. This client that we're building the campaign for also has a red logo. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this page because it has a lot of commonalities, although the messaging will have to be different. So first things first, you go to settings on the funnel that you like, and you clone the funnel. Okay. Great, so the funnel has been cloned. So then we're going to go into funnels and look at our new funnel that was just cloned. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this copy funnel, and I'm going to go back into settings and rename it. And we're going to call this a I'm going to name my group tag differently. This path is the slash that shows up after the domain, which we haven't set up yet. Beautiful. So the path, we're going to do free, let's do free bankruptcy consultation. So it's going to be our path. Beautiful. Then we're going to delete the favicon URL. Okay, now we have our autoresponder, and then we have tracking codes, which we're going to have to delete for this campaign since it's a different campaign. Great. So we've changed the name, group tag, path, and favicon URL. So now I'm going to go down, save, and update settings. Beautiful. Now this is on our ClickFunnels Manager account. Now we have a new funnel here called Bankruptcy Lawyer Arizona, which is the campaign that we're currently building. Okay, so next, what do? Well, we go in, and we are going to, what I like to do is I like to go edit the settings first, then publishing. So all I'm going to do here is change the path to the same path that we had in the prior one, right? So free bankruptcy consultation, still name this the opt-in funnel, which it is. Okay, so this whole time we are in the opt-in funnel, we're not in the thank you page. Then we're going to go to this little gear right here and also make the path the same. Free bankruptcy consultation, update page. Beautiful. So now we have our page path correct. We are going to I like to do the thank you page. Make sure everything's good here. So here's how we edit the thank you page. This is after someone submits their information. They are then sent to a thank you page. So I just like to do this because it's quick and easier to do. First things first, I'm going to change the name. I'm just going to take out here, remove this logo since it's going to be a different logo. Boom. Thanks for reaching out. Help for your bankruptcy case is on its way. Get ready to work with some of the best attorneys in AZ. Okay, and then always change this SEO metadata. Thank you for requesting a free case evaluation from. Okay, thank you for requesting a free case evaluation. We're going to do this. Beautiful. We're going to change our. We take pride in our ability to find our clients across the state of AZ. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to change this to beautiful. Oh, crap. I just like to do the higher traffic terms here. Bankruptcy attorney, bankruptcy lawyer. Beautiful. So we have successfully removed the branding from the other firm. Tracking code, we're going to need obviously a conversion code here, which we do not have yet from Google. So I'm going to delete these prior codes just so that we do not use the same codes. Okay, so we have our SEO metadata updated. Our tracking codes have been deleted. Now I need to go to Google to grab the new tracking codes, which I don't have yet. And that's all we really have to do for this. It's a very simple thank you page that's just meant to thank people and acknowledge them for submitting their information. I'm going to save this. So we have some work to do here, but that it's good enough for us to launch a campaign and have that as the thank you page, and then iterate as we go. Okay, next I like to do automation, which only exists in the opt-in part of the funnel. Okay, so in here, it's very simple. Okay, what I like to do is, it's very simple to edit this, so I'm not going to go through the whole process of editing it, but all we would do is we would change the logo to the new law firm. And then all of this comes in our funnel template if you ever want to use it. But we would just go through, we'd change this, we'd go through all the wording and make sure that the firm is the proper name. The phone numbers would need to be changed. In here, you have to change the click to call number after the TEL. You have to change the actual ad copy to reflect the correct phone number so that if people see it and then pull out their phone and call it, they're calling the right number. And then this just has to do with the core values of the firm, but it's very, very easy to edit this. Literally, you just click where you want to edit it. So nothing more needs to be done there. Obviously, I'm just kind of speeding through to show you how to update the automation section. Now, the big thing is editing the actual full landing page, which is going to take some time and effort to do. All right, so before I go into the process of building the landing page, since I've already done the thank you page and the email automation, is I'm going to show you how to buy the URL that's going to be used, since we're going to use a separate URL for this account. So here is how you buy a URL. Okay, so before I go into editing the landing page, I decided I'm going to show you how to buy and set up the URL through ClickFunnels interface. Okay, so you can see Emily stretching behind me. It's like a very refreshing stretch. So here is how you buy a URL in ClickFunnels. Go to domains. Alrighty, so we are in the domain section, and I'm going to be showing you how in ClickFunnels you can buy and set up a domain for the new funnel that you're creating. So all you do is you go to up here, you go to account settings, and then you click down here on the domains tab, and then it brings you right here. So let's add a new domain, and we're going to register a new domain. We're going to buy it through ClickFunnels service. And then we're going to search what is available. So sometimes what I'll do here is I'll go to GoDaddy, and I'll just see what's available on GoDaddy, and then I'll come back over to ClickFunnels, because if it's available on GoDaddy, it's probably available on ClickFunnels. So this is a Arizona. Now it's important to keep the customer's goals in mind here. This client is an Arizona statewide bankruptcy lawyer. So it would not be smart for me to just say Phoenix in the URL. It would be smarter for me to do AZ, bankruptcy, and lawyer, but we're pretty sure a lot of those keywords are going to be taken. So let's try this. Arizona. I'm assuming that's going to be taken, but it'll give us different examples. ArizonaBankrupt.com. Arizona bankruptcy. Let's see this. AZ. Let's see how it comes up for AZ. Okay. All right. I like bankrupt. So let's do that. azbankrupt.com. I think that sounds awesome. Okay, there it is right there. Buy it at a little premium, but it makes things a lot easier than having to go through, SMPTS, whatever, all the crazy integrations. So paid the $20. Okay, now it's going to start setting up this domain name. So it pulls us back to now we have tons of domains in here because we run a lot of accounts through our ClickFunnels account, but it'll be at the very, very bottom. Alrighty, so as you can see here, we have our new URL showing up at the bottom right here. So I'm going to click on it. And one thing we like to do is first we like to set up the default page, which is right here. Bankruptcy Lawyer Arizona. It's going to always be the opt-in page. Save. So now this is going to associate that URL with the opt-in page that we just created. Do the opt-in page again. We don't need to do any domain forwarding or zone records unless we were creating a subdomain, which we do not need to do yet. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do is set up SSL. So we just expand this, check now, and that gets the process rolling. Wow, it's already enabled. Okay, that's the fastest SSL enablement I've ever experienced in ClickFunnels. So now that we have everything set up, what I do is I go back to the main funnel. Okay, so now we are back at this Bankruptcy Lawyer Arizona funnel. Okay, now I'm going to go back into settings and just manually choose that URL again. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to update. Okay, so now we've associated the domain on this end and on the domain end. Keep in mind, we still have to throw that tracking code in there. Save and update settings. Now, let's just double check all of our paths. Okay, I like to just try to make this without the wacky characters, although it doesn't really matter because the page itself is going to be free bankruptcy consultation. There it is. Looks like it's all good now. Okay, so we now have azbankrupt.com. We've set up our settings, our publishing. We've done our automation. Now, also within automation, we are going to set up something that's called lead notifications. Okay, and then also you edit the title of the email that comes in right here just by pressing edit. And then this is what the subject line is to the thank you emails. These are sent after someone submits a form inquiry on your landing page. This gets sent to them automatically. So then what we do is we add an action, and then for every person that wants to be notified when a lead comes in, a form submission lead, we'll just say email notification Dennis. Just as an example, I'm not going to use the client here, and then every time that a lead comes in, this is how you can set it up so that somebody is notified when a lead comes in. So now we have two automations set up. One is when someone submits a form, that person is going to receive a thank you email saying thank you for reaching out to us. And then also somebody is going to receive an email notification when that lead submits their information. Okay, so now that we've set up the URL and we've set up the thank you page and we've set up the automation, now it's time to go into the main landing page. And again, the reason I like to do all this first is because these are the fine-tuned details that you just don't want to miss. You don't want to mess up the thank you page, automation, and all these details. Now we can go into the fun part and actually drag around and design this landing page. So I have two screens up right now, and what I usually do when I'm going after a new niche is I'll pull up competing URLs. So I'll pull up URLs from people who are currently running Google Ads, and I'll look at what are other bankruptcy lawyers saying that's working for them. What are they saying about the pain points that they help resolve for their clients? What are they doing to build credibility and trust? So I'll always be looking at what other competitors are doing when I'm going into another niche, and then I'll use that information to then tailor my messaging to the specific client that we're building the page for. Now, our goal usually with these pages is to get over a 20% conversion rate, but that's going to vary dramatically based on the niche that we're going after. Whether it's contingency fee or not is a big factor, because if people don't have to pay up front, they'll convert at a much higher rate. So this is how easy it is to set up your ClickFunnels pages. Literally, we're going to click in here. We're going to keep this logo for now. But what we would do is first we say at our company, take it line by line. Okay, so the first thing is the headline. What do we want to do for the headline? Well, so this is our landing page principle sheet, which breaks down every section of the landing page and what we look for per section. Now, we've done a lot of split testing to come up with all of these principles. We don't like to have sliders at the top of the page. We always sync the form fills with email marketing. We never have more than one call to action. So we have a lot of principles here that we follow to have success with our landing pages for every single section. For our headline section, we've had the most success saying, would you like to, or are you looking for? So let's see how we can factor that messaging in here. If the answer is yes, then call us now at, and then I'm going to have to change the number or submit your information on this page. Your fresh start is a phone call away. So then we're going to do free let's see how that works. So, I mean, a lot of this is just copywriting right now. And obviously, I'd like to have an image that is a little bit more rectangular versus square. But obviously, the attorney that we have on this page doesn't have 1.5 million photos. So we had to do what we could with their current stuff. And then what we're going to do is just, a lot of this is copywriting, right? So I'm going to go through and edit this to make it relevant to the niche, right? I'm going to change the images, the awards. We have a JavaScript section here where what we do is we have embedded their Google Maps listing here. Then we're going to do the same thing on mobile, right? So we're going to go through the mobile version, and we're going to separately, there's only a couple sections here that are shared between desktop and mobile. So we're going to separately edit the desktop page and the mobile page. And then ultimately, if you pull up this page on your smartphone, you'll see how awesome it is on the mobile phone, because there's a sticky header with a click to call phone number on mobile, and a lot of lawyer traffic comes in on mobile devices. So I'm actually more concerned about the mobile side of the landing page than anything else. But that is how we edit our landing pages. Then once we edit all these individual sections, we go through and we're going to change the meta title, the meta description, and the ranking keywords here based on the core keywords we're going after. We're going to delete this Google global site tag, and we're going to replace it with the one that's relevant to the new account. And then we always have exit pop-ups, right? So these exit pop-ups, they pop up when someone tries to exit the page. So if I were to refresh this and I try to X out, boom, the exit pop-up pops up to try and prevent someone from leaving without submitting their information. This is a separate landing page, by the way. This is their branded landing page. This is a nursing home one. So that's how we go through and we edit everything. And then for any of the image sections, all you do really is you're just clicking on these, you're changing the text. But for the image sections, we're properly sizing them by setting our pixels right here. And that's it. So that's the process through which we design our ClickFunnels landing pages for lead generation using this template. If you have any questions, again, if you're looking for a download for how we create these lead gen pages, just go to SMB, that's small medium business team.com, and submit your information and just tell us that you're interested in us sending you one of our landing page templates. And you could do this yourself, or you could do it for a client. We're just here to help and to show you what's working after spending millions, with an S, millions and millions of dollars on Google Ads testing these specific landing pages. So hope this was valuable. I'm going to finish this page, and maybe I'll show you guys what the end product looks like in another video. Thank you for your time and attention. SMBteam.com, again, if you're looking for help with landing pages. Thanks.